I think it helps us to formalize really what we're doing. We all know that we have like a positive impact, but we know we have to look at what is this impact and how we measure it, so we can actually tell to others that's exactly what we're doing. So that was it gave us the
structure and the system.
Yeah, exactly, the system and the way to do it, to go from saying that we save lives to how many lives do we save and how do we save them and what is the real outcome of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I mean, for me in particular, I got an email from a journalist in Kenya who asked these same questions. So I had to somehow say to him, and indeed I'm out of town, but you know, it was just for me a perfect timing, because I got that email on Tuesday and I had to be here on Wednesday. So going back, I'm gonna definitely implement this like immediately, because I have to start answering those questions.
So one of the things that you've done today is to look at outputs, outcomes and indicators.
That's right.
Have you been able to identify something specific that you can take back next week into your business from that?
Most definitely. I battled a little bit, you know, this morning to understand this. But now I'm able to basically put everything in its column. This should come here and stuff like that.
So is there something specific that you will be looking at in your business now?
Yeah. I think the thing is we learned that we need to measure it. We can't just say that we have an impact, we need to measure it. So when we go back to work, we need to put in place this measurement to make sure that every day we measure the cost of whatever we buy or whatever we save for our customers. So at the end of the year, when we meet the vendors, we can say, well, that's the numbers every day that we collected, and today we can tell you that we saved 1,000 Rand for this customer, and that's our impact. So yeah.
So do each of you have an example of a useful measure that you've been able to identify?
Yeah, the number of rodents, right?
The City of Johannesburg, as one of my stakeholders, I need to know how much money have I managed to help them save as a result of my intervention cleaning up the illegal dumping sites. Because otherwise they would have gone back to the same area over and over again, cleaning it over and over. But because of the intervention of having the communal vegetable garden, they now redirect their resources somewhere. So that for me is very critical, because it talks to their balanced scorecard, even though we may not necessarily benefit, but for them it's a plus.
Okay, and the others of you?
Oh, me? Oh. Well, at least with the way we set it up now, I don't have to be all over the place when I speak to somebody, because that happens quite often when we just speak all over the place. And now I can say, because of this, that, and that, and now the measurement, that is something that's a bit challenging, because there are certain things that, yes, I can give them a measurement of money, because we have spoken to clients already and they said they used to buy this and now they're buying that, so they're actually scoring. So we can do the money part, but the environment, I think I want to really push that part more. And so I have to speak to our chemist about how we measure, how do we measure good water and bad water, and how it's effective, and how we can improve on the quality of the water if they use our safe products. So that's something that I want to push. And also the health aspect, because people listen to health more. They first listen to the health, what can it do to me, and then the environment, and of course other things all follow. So now I've learned that.
And one very simple example for us is to identify the number of products that are available in a shop, because we want to widen the offer in townships and rural areas. So just counting the number of products that are available in a shop and making sure that that increase.